17.2 has
2 dumbbells.
Dumbbells.
Fuck!
I love lunges.
It's not great, but
So I'm reading heavy. I don't like any.
not toaster bar. No toaster bar.
You will do
No toaster bar.
16
Chest to bar.
toe to bar. 17.2 is 2 rounds, 50-foot walking lunge, 16 toe to bar, 8 dumbbell power cleans, then 2 rounds, 50-foot walking lunge, 16 bar muscle ups, then 8 power cleans. As many rounds and reps as possible in 12 minutes.
I can handle that. We could actually be going back and forth like a normal back and forth thing.
Good luck.
I'd say that now. We'll see.
It's weird. It is a weird workout. I don't know how I like it. I think the power cleans are strange with dumbbells. Never done that. I can't imagine they're that hard, but I'm sure they will get hard. I think it's all gonna be grip. Like bar muscle ups, toes to bar, that front rack is gonna burn.
I was really hoping for a barbell. I knew they were going to do a double dumbbell thing. Just had it in my soul. I knew it. Sure, you're lucky it's not a barbell. I would have took you if it was. I still might.
Welcome back, guys. 17.2 podcast here with the guys. Drew and Seth just did the workout. Here to share their thoughts on how the workout went.
B- intro. B-.
B-A.
But I like the effort. Yeah, you'll get better. You'll get better.
Getting there.
Sorry for the technical
crazy face.
difficulties, guys. We're working on getting YouTube live to you quicker after Seth and I suffer through the workout so that you can get your tips faster, get after it Friday morning. Get your tips. Housekeeping real quick. A lot of new gear. Sherp's probably get the bra on under that right now for support, right?
Nah.
A lot of new gear at sharpentheaxeco.com. New bras, new booty shorts.
Dang.
New military green, beautiful shirt here. We got tank tops for the ladies. All kinds of good stuff there. Also at sharpentheaxeco.com, Misfit Athletics Training Camp 2.0, San Antonio, Texas, Pillar CrossFit.
April 7th to the 9th.
April 7th to the 9th.
Nice job.
YouTube, if you guys want the alerts for this, if you guys are just watching this on the site, this is actually live. So if you want the alerts, hit subscribe. Make sure your push notifications are turned on. I think they are automatically on the iPhone. It'll say Misfit Athletics is live. Swipe to the right, and then Sherp's ugly mug shows up right in your computer, phone, whatever.
Gross.
And now Seth is going to read a ridiculously long list of all of the Misfits that are currently in the top 20 or qualifying spots in their region. Some of them are 10, some of them are 30. So
Yeah.
These are most of the people that did it like 18 times, right?
Did what? The workouts? Yeah. I don't know.
17-1.
No, a bunch of them are one and done, bro.
Wow.
I know.
twice Friday,
Impressive.
4 times Wednesday.
So this list is, we were able to compile this thanks to the wonderful work of Gabe and Jen on the spreadsheets that you guys filled out. Because the custom leaderboards are not a thing this year through HQ, you guys did that Google sheet, and we had like almost 800 people submit at this point. And if you're not on the sheet, it'll be posted to each of the blog entries, so you can add it if you haven't yet, and let us know that you are following, you are a Misfit in the Open, and we'll keep tabs on you. So I'm going to try to tear through this without screwing up too many people's names. Bound to screw up a couple. Central East, we have Emma Chapman, Paul Castillo, who had that ridiculous sub-10 that we saw, and Zach Souder. On the North Central, we have Megan Scales, the Warrior Matt Green, Animal, Marshall Creed, and Dylan Martin, all in the top 20. Mid-Atlantic, Kenzie Riley, go Kenzie, Katie Hanger, Josh Mabry, and Nate Long, all in the top 20. In Europe, Johanna Juliusdottir, Arnie Christensen, and Marcin, you think you had it closest?
Zybaj?
Yeah, Zybaj.
Marcin, you're killing it. Nice job. 18th place right now in a very incredibly stacked European region. NorCal, we have the wonderful China Cho, Danielle Brandon, and Jordan Eldridge. Northwest, Mr. Sam Quant, Turbo Baby himself, sitting in third. Joe Silvestri and Race Southworth making a nice push this year.
Ninth.
We've been in ninth, yes. We've been watching him for a couple years.
Certainly now.
Good friend of Jordan's, made a big change this year. He's killing it. I'm pretty excited. Northeast, we have Anthony Vasquez, of course, and hometown hero
Fuck yes.
from our own gym here in Portland, Maine. Little known Max Bragg.
So much fitter than Jordan.
Tree man.
The tree man, yes. Latin America, we have Zathan Simpson, transplant from Reebok CrossFit 1. Now he's down at Reebok St. Thomas or something down there.
Lucky.
Yeah, no kidding. Southwest, we have Sammy Valentine, Quinn Boyer. The South Central, Jessica, I apologize for not knowing how to say your last name. Jessica A. That's a very intimidating name for me.
Voet.
That's a pretty good attempt.
that's
She
right.
is
That sounds
absolutely crushing it. She won Fittest Games. She's in first overall in the South Central for women. She beat our very own Alexis Johnson, who's also up there. She's in fourth. We have Rachel Campbell in third. Ashley Lacombe, who we know very well in the top 20, which is awesome. 19th place. Travis Williams, of course, top the leaderboard right now. Giovanni Contreras. Easton Evans, Kirk Ritchie, and Dusty Flores rounding out the top 20 there. Overall, first place in their respective regions after 1 week is Emma Chapman, Jessica A., Travis Williams, and Paul Castillo. So, big shout out to all you guys. If there's
Paul's
someone we
second in
missed.
the world. That's
Yeah, he is second in the world.
crazy.
Yeah,
Nice job, guys.
only 2 guys went sub 10. He's one of them, something like that. So if we missed you, it's because you probably didn't submit your name on the form. So go to the blog, put your name in there, and if you are following, we will give you a shout out if you're in that top 20 next week. That was a lot. Someone else want to help me out here?
That workout was fun.
Oh, geez, that's why I'm having problems right now.
That workout was
still a little
was,
shaky.
For everybody that is still having PTSD about 17.1. 17.2 isn't necessarily like that. It doesn't have
No.
really that same feel to it. There are points in it where your heart rate does go there, but you're not able to sustain it. I was not able to sustain it to the point with continuing movement to be able to get there. A lot of it's just that second or two after you get done what you were previously doing where you really feel that way. I would say that probably the biggest thing for people is having a plan on when you want to break stuff up.
Definitely.
Don't chuck the dumbbells because you're dying at any point. If you want to set them down at the end of your lunges as a strategy, take 1, 2, turn around, 1, 2, pick it back up. It's not going to cost you a lot of time. That's perfectly fine. I would say after the first 2 rounds, that would probably be in play for just about everybody. Coming off of the gymnastics movements, I would say that the 7 and then 1 makes a whole lot of sense just in terms of getting yourself stacked up, maybe only taking that 1 deep breath, but making sure you're really ready to stomp through a bunch of lunges.
Especially because that first rep off the floor is pretty awkward with them laying flat. Like that
Right.
one's, I mean, I'm pretty weak in general compared to a competitor, so that actually is really tough for me to fling those dumbbells off the ground like that. But then once you can get into that sort of like hip hinge, almost kettlebell swing-ish type movement, it's not that heavy after that. So 7's good. If you're feeling really, no. 7's good. 7 to 1's good. Don't even push it. The biggest thing is definitely the difference between this one and last week is last week you can't break. You break, you lose. This one, you have to break. You will have to break up the gymnastic movements, and you'll have to strategize when you go with the dumbbells, how hard you push, things like that. If you try to go all out, you will break down early. There's no question in my mind. It's just, I mean, breaks don't have to be 10, 20 seconds. They just need to be breaks. You need to stop, take a deep breath, make sure your grip isn't overtaxed too long time and retention. Your grip will blow up in this. Then you get back to work. Like for me, I'm not strong at toes to bar. I chose to break the toes to bar into 4s immediately. That's, I'm not good at them, so that's pretty conservative. But even 8s for someone who thinks that they're the master of toes to bar, or even less, is fine. It's more than fine. You can jump down, jump back up, and get back to work. You don't lose any time because if you start going unbroken, not only does your grip suffer, your heart rate goes through the roof moving these dumbbells around. So it makes a little more sense to pace it strategically. And not to keep rambling, but it reminds me of actually 16-1 last year, the people that broke the chest to bar into 2 sets and the people that were smoother in the burpees and just made sure they moved steady had the best scores. There are people that broke those chest to bars into 4s and had the best scores in the world doing that. So there's room for that. So.
Say watching you guys do the toes to bar too, didn't seem like that was really the workout. It was try to get through those things so you had a chance to get over
When
the
you
bar
do
muscle-ups and
your second round of 16 toe to bar and you take a couple of steps towards the dumbbells, the
Oh,
workout
yeah.
completely changes. That is
Agreed.
It's like warm up into like, okay, let's go. This is where the workout really starts. up until then, it's basically going through the motions, just getting
steady
your
and get there.
movements done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The bar muscle ups are, I mean, that's a wall you could hit in that workout. What a different 16 bar muscle ups is instead of 16 toes to bar. I mean, that's not even comparable. You're really
Turn
gassed.
the dial up from 0 to like 100 real
Yeah,
fast.
whether
so.
you're extremely fit or you're a scrub like me and Drew, your heart rate's going to be up when you get there because you're either going to move and get there a lot faster than we did, or you're going to be pacing it like we did and have the same problems when you get there. By the time that third round rolls around, you get to the bar muscle ups, your heart rate is going to be up. How you choose to attack those bar muscle ups, how you choose to break them based on your skills is going to be, I can't even speak to how important that is in this workout. I mean, it could be the make or break point for me.
I feel like this is a cumulative effect workout, and that none of these movements individually really feel like they're that hard, and everybody looks at 16 toes to bar, no big deal,
Right?
Especially on the competitive athlete side. And then once you get to those toes to bar or the bar muscle ups, it's how long have you been under tension? How long have you been in that front rack? Were you in a good position there? Can you even hold on for any reps? And that when you get to that wall, or if you go really fast and get to that wall, it doesn't matter how fast you went before that. You're stuck there.
Yeah, you can blow up on those.
I mean, if we go movement by movement, the lunges extremely self-explanatory.
Easy, really.
Yeah, the lunges aren't hard.
No.
Typically, when you do a lunge workout, you're worried about that real nasty leg burn. When's the leg burn going to stop so you can chuck the dumbbells? That doesn't happen for a millisecond during that workout at all.
I had a little bit of outer glute cramping when I was hustling, but that would never stop me anyway. Just feel it. But
Right.
It's not bad.
So the lunges themselves, I mean, there isn't a whole lot to say.
Just get in a good position prior to starting, so you're confident that your midline is not going to go, and then just lunge. It's not.
Yeah, I mean,
not
and
that
the good
far.
position at the start for me is allowing yourself to be able to open up your rib cage to breathe. So if you're one of those people that gets a little bit hunched over in that position, try to find a way to get your chest open. But other than that, I mean, there isn't a ton to say.
Nothing front rack wise.
Well, you want to rest the only
shoulders
thing
and-
is you have to have your hand around the dumbbell, but you don't want to have
Oh,
you don't have to
no.
hold the
That would be
dumbbell out
bad.
front of you.
Yeah.
You need to be able to rest it. So even if that's going further back behind, that's still acceptable because it's in the plane.
Right.
I mean, just wrap your hand around it, and you can kind of pin your hand around to the head of it, and it just hangs, and it's not bad.
You and I talked about before, if you have any front rack mobility issues, if you're that person who has fingertips on the barbell when you're front squatting and things like that, spend extra time opening up, hit triceps, make sure that you're good there. So that if you're here, that I think that has a huge effect on your.
Luckily, you're not in that position too, where the wrist is back here. The wrist is more neutral.
Yeah.
It's easier to get in that position for people with tight
The
front
lunges
racks.
were the.
Just sit it on
I was
your torso.
happy to get there.
Just
you
the
know?
dumbbell on your torso. Your torso bears the weight, not your shoulders and your.
Toes to bar, we're not going to say a whole lot of new stuff that you haven't heard from us before.
No.
Get yourself into solid positions. Make sure to breathe. There isn't a whole lot to say about those.
If you're going to go deep, you're going to want to wrap that thumb early.
Yeah, for
don't
sure.
Don't be the hand over. If you're, I mean, we didn't even make it through 4 rounds, either of us, but people are going to get 5-6 rounds on this. I don't even know what the girls got,
The
but
girls were getting
she did all of her toes to bar, and she was back on her
her-
lunges.
Yeah, she was on her way. To
so
go to
in
her
the
second
in the
set.
fifth
6
round.
So into 6 rounds.
Yes.
Whatever it is.
Lunges in the 6.
Anyway,
yeah, yeah.
they got pretty deep into that. Grip clearly became an issue for the girls. So you want to set yourself up best you can early on. So grip is not the limiting factor. And when the toaster bar specifically, A, you plan breaks early and often, and B, you wrap the thumb and you don't rely on this shit because that's not going to help you in the long run.
No, it's not going to help you.
So moving on to the power clean.
Even
now.
though I did that.
I mean, personally, I just think watching you guys do that. The first rep is the hardest one because you said
Yeah.
dumbbells are low.
Sucks.
But
I disagree, but only because of my back. So I get exactly what you're saying.
people do a good job once they get going, though, of getting the dumbbell over the midline and just using that hamstring like stretch reflex to help them stand back
Yep.
up. You said like a kettlebell swing.
Yeah.
And if it feels heavy to you, it's literally the same thing as last week. Reach a little bit further back and create more of a swing.
Yeah.
That's all it is.
Mine was sloppy as shit, but I was never going to fail one.
Yeah, I mean,
No.
watching
No.
you guys go and watching the girls go, it's clear that it's gymnastics. It's who has the better capacity in gymnastics. So give yourself
And there's
time.
a motor component. But
Yeah, there's a motor component too. But like if you don't have proficient gymnastics, you're not going to
No.
get a good score in this workout.
Absolutely.
So once you move on to the bar muscle, it's about knowing yourself as an athlete and picking a number you can stick to over and over again. So if you do decide to break it up, you're not walking halfway across the gym, chucking your hands, coming back. You're dropping down, shaking it out, and going right back up into your next set.
So bar muscle ups for me, I will give different advice to different athletes because I know what type of sets they like, but I also know that what matters in this workout is the amount of rest that you take between sets, not what you do for reps. Because what I can see, you know, I'm not going to say the names out loud, but I can see some athletes, one of them's behind in the workout, they get over to the bar, they hit those something outrageous like 7, 8, 9 bar muscle ups.
Right.
They're not going to be doing bar muscles for a while after that. So
Bending over, yeah.
who cares? You know what I mean? That athlete that likes the bigger sets, you might want to tell them to cut that off at like 6, 5 or 6,
Agreed.
something like that. And then another athlete who's just slow twitch, they go all day. 4.
And yeah, and
Four,
so and
four,
the difference isn't
four,
even that
four.
much. You're talking about 1 or 2 reps difference in your advice
Right.
to them. And I think that's so huge because there are a lot of guys, even we know a lot of athletes who are very overly confident in their bar muscle ups. And if they go out, and you know who I'm talking about, and they start ripping on a big set, they may feel great when they're moving and they get
come
off
back
that
the next
bar.
round.
They are going to be fucking gassed.
It just doesn't make any sense. I mean, you watched 2 of the fittest women on earth, and there was some downtime in that workout. If you know that there's downtime, you plan breaks.
Right.
That's how you plan to get through workouts like that.
Yep.
So it doesn't make any sense to be the hero on your first set of bar muscle ups to go over and get a big set and look over at the person and be like, haha, and then this haha's going to go in the other direction. At the end of the
Absolutely.
workout.
No one cares where you were at 8 minutes. People care where you're at 12. So
I don't know a whole lot of dudes that are even better at bar muscle ups than Kerry Pierce.
Right.
There are not many.
Right.
So, anyway.
Technique-wise on the bar muscle-ups, for people that do struggle with grip strength, the fight is going to be you're going to want to get from that hollow body position, and as you're swinging back, you're going to want to extend your hips early, and that's really going to mess you up. It's going to get you into that, am I doing a chest to bar? Am I running into the bar, falling over?
Yeah.
So you have to have that, my grip hurts, but I've got that slow mind, and I'm going to let myself swing way back behind the bar so that I've got most of the momentum I need, and that little hip pop and kind of pull yourself up is really all you need at that point.
So we know that just like in the dumbbells, the first rep of the bar muscle up's always hardest because you don't have a lot of momentum on your side. What would you guys say to somebody who is planning on doing 2 or 3 and doing that rest where they balance on their kind of hip crease at the top? They take their hands off and they sit there, and then they hook back on and then go for more.
It's all right,
How
but
do you
I mean,
balance that?
It's not a great position.
gonna happen.
But it's time under tension, too. If you're going to let your grip relax for a second, if you're at the very last 20 seconds of the workout and you're trying to fight for 1 or 2 more reps like you were at the end of yours, that's an okay strategy. I don't think it's early on. It's a good idea. If I'm going to rest, I'm going to rest on the ground, resting. If it's like taking the wall ball and putting it against your chest and leaning against the rig.
All bets are off
to
when you're
rest,
racing the
but
clock at the end. Do whatever the
Yeah.
fuck
Sure,
you have to do to
sure,
get
sure.
reps. Lay on the bar, do your thing, but
I don't know. I just don't think that.
if you have to, get down.
Yeah, I would personally get down. I wouldn't want to rest at the top of bar muscle. I just think even if I'm up there, I'm going to be thinking about my balance, or maybe I'm
Yep.
pressing into there and just putting time and attention to my triceps, which makes the next rep harder to press out of.
Fair enough. People are still going to do it.
Oh, for sure.
I'm waiting for the video.
Everybody
I mean,
is.
There's plenty of people who say I don't even
Camille
have
does
to
it,
grip it at all.
so everybody should
I
do
know
it,
lots of
right?
girls that
That's
do
why
it.
you should do it, yeah.
All right, what do we have else to talk about this? We talked strategy, we talked movements. It's not, I mean, it's fucking 12 minutes, right? Well, how much can you really do in 12 minutes? It's,
Really high-level, smooth-moving athletes are going to stroll through this
Yes.
workout, and it's going to be frustrating to watch. But
Yep.
you're going to be able to, hopefully you have those people that are maybe a little bit better than you at your gym. Make them go first. Watch them. Watch how they move. Try to mimic that while you're going. Try to mimic those facial expressions. Jordan's one of the people at the gym that I really like to watch because, well, don't make it about a joke. Come on, I'm being so serious right now. I like to watch Jordan because Jordan will be as plain-faced as can be, and the second the clock beeps, he looks like someone shot him 45 times.
Yep.
But he's able to just turn that shit off, and you can tell at the end of workouts he pushes harder than other people because of it. He just stays nice and smooth. So, Jordy, we make fun of you all the time, buddy, but I meant that. Nice job.
he's going
It's
to
from
kill
the
this
heart.
workout. He's going to
Yeah,
kill
this
this
would be a good
workout.
one for him.
He is.
It's going to be interesting. He's one of the people we're going to have to talk down from the bar muscle up reps.
Yeah.
Oh, I can do them all. Don't.
We got to give him like a point in the workout, like 90 seconds, 2 minutes, whatever, go. Do
Yeah.
whatever the hell you want.
Yeah.
Do what you want.
Stay relaxed before then.
all
I think all
got.
that's left is predictions, trying to guess
So who wins?
what the.
I got one more thing to say.
Still a
We
poop
always we do these and we go through stuff and it may seem simple. The point of this is really to put some clarity on it, talk you guys off of the ledge, get you ready to go. At the end of the day, it's so on you to go out there and put everything you have into it. If that, I just feel like that needs to be mentioned. Like, we're not going to be able to, like, Seth turns around and, you know, goes beautiful mind on the wall and writes all kinds of crazy shit. That's not going to get you anything at all, right? So I just want to make sure that you're watching this podcast and then you're like writing in your journal, well, fuck Misfit Athletics, because I watched their podcast and then I got 7 reps in 17.2.
Oh yeah, we're not giving
hoping
away
to-
secrets.
We're hoping to keep you guys nice and calm during the workout, give you a couple of strategies, but at the end of the day, you better be ready to go.
Yeah, there's no secrets here. This is, we gave you 5 ways to not fuck this up, and that's kind of
That's a great way to
And
put
isn't
it.
That's
that
kind
the
of
Open's
what it
about?
is.
Don't fuck it up.
Yeah.
And just be fit. I mean,
Episode
that's what we
Be
do.
Fit. 69.2. Don't fuck it up.
so. The rest
Oh.
is on you guys. That's exactly it. Okay, we good to wrap up?
Sure.
I guess I'll be doing another workout about a week from today against Drew. Maybe I can go 3-0 and end this thing.
Heavy
I don't want to lose.
or handstand push-ups.
it's
And
gonna
when
be
I
power
say
cleans and
heavy,
handstand push-ups.
I don't mean
Deadlifts, handstand push-ups.
Yeah.
I would have to just do it. I'd be like, no truths. I love deadlifts. I don't know what you're talking about.
I love it.
I might just give you that one. I don't even want to play. All right. Very good. Forget predictions.
Forget it.
This workout's too confusing.
Get all the rounds.
Just go.
Somebody's going to win.
Somebody's going to do really well. And it's probably going to be a lot of the same people we see here and probably a bunch more of you guys. So until next week, this has been 17.2 from Misfit Athletics, the greatest place to do the open wads on Thursday night.
Boom.
the
See ya.
greatest place. See ya.
Good luck, guys.
See ya.